Hi, my name is Paul, and today we're going to talk about our newly designed 1010 Convotherm Mini and how it is the best product and most flexible product for your convenience store. So whether you are in a mini mart or in a petrol station, our Convotherm 1010 Mini is going to give you great flexibility from a volume perspective. And again, from the sizing of the unit, here we have our 10 grid Mini. Again, this is a 1x1 GN size with a touchscreen. And we also understand the environment where this is going to be used. So we want to make sure that our Mini is nice and easy to use. So we're going to be highlighting our production management function, press and go, which my colleague Andy will run through later on. But for the moment, let me introduce you to Andy, who will tell us a bit more about what we're doing today in our convenience store. Hi, Andy.
Hi there. So, exactly, here in our little convenience store, we already prepared quite a huge amount of different food items, and we need much, much more. Main problem what we have is space. And here with our high quantity demand what we have on a daily basis, the 1010 Mini is just the perfect solution. Small footprint, as Paul already mentioned, high capacity. And because it's a fully equipped combi oven, there are no limitation at all. From roasting, grilling, frying and even steaming, it gives me a wide range of different cooking applications for my hot counter or food to go.
So now, the important part of the day we're going to start off is we're going to do some baking off. Okay, so we need quite a lot of bread rolls, but first of all, I'm going to explain what we're going to use for. We're going to use another production management, quality management feature called Bake Pro. So again, normally we need time to thaw products out. In this instant, we're going to use Bake Pro, which is going to reduce that 30-minute thawing time, which could be for a bread roll, it could be for pastry, down to 3.5 minutes. So again, really easy for the operators to take the food from the freezer, the fridge, straight into our oven. And Andy's going to go into more detail now how we're going to do it. So really important part of this is press and go.
Yeah. We want to keep it really simple and easy to operate our equipment. So we don't want to let the staff and ourselves think about time, temperature, cooking mode, and also we want to achieve consistent product quality. So therefore, we are using press and go, our automatic cooking. And the beauty is, it's more or less language neutral, it's icon driven, and the only thing what I need is my finger. And of course, the food. So, as Paul mentioned, we want to do now some baking, some rolls. So therefore, let's have a look to the categories and we choose baking. I find there a wide range of different baking profiles. So we are looking for the rolls. There we are. Tap there. And immediately you can see our tray view is popping up. So now actually the unit is asking us how many trays you actually want to load. And we want to do a fully load. So let's set up 7 trays. And the beauty now is the only thing what I have to do is open the door and we are ready to load.
So Andy, here's our bread rolls ready.
The other important thing for press and go is it's automatically compensating the quantity. So when we are doing only 1 or 2 trays of rolls, the time will be shorter. Now, as we are doing a fully load, automatically press and go will extend the timing to ensure that the bread rolls or the Danish or whatever you're doing will always look the same, whatever quantity you're actually loading.
And while Andy's just finishing to load that back onto Bake Pro. So again, what we're doing here is we're cooking in advance. So we're doing high volume now. So we're not going to need to cook on demand. Again, with Bake Pro, it's going to allow an amount of water to settle on the product. It's going to give it a nice shine, even color, but also the freshness. So I'm baking now. I'm being more productive with my time now. We can then have the bread rolls throughout the day and they'll still stay crisp and fresh throughout the period of our trading period.
True.
So the ovens, as you can see from the screen, we've loaded our bread rolls. They're all cooking away nicely. So when they're done, we'll remove them from the oven and show you the finished product. As you can hear, our bread rolls have now finished, and you can see the trays are all saying green to remove. Thank you, Andy, for bringing the basket. So let's have a look at the finished product of our rolls. Now, as you can see, they're fantastic color, nice little shine on there. Now we're just going to pop those into our bread basket.
And we need a lot of that.
So here we've done 84 rolls in just under 20 minutes. So I could potentially do a couple more rounds there, so 3 baking rounds, so that is a lot of volume.
In just 1 hour.
In just 1 hour. So again, not just bread rolls, it could be pastries, it could be pizza slices. So again, the 1010 Mini is showing how the great capacity we have in just 51.5 centimeters wide. So our freshly baked rolls are ready to go on our counter.
Thank you, Paul.
So what we're going to move on to next. So let's look at the really nice stuff. So we're going to look at roast chickens. Now, Andy, who doesn't love a roast chicken? So we're going to get the oven set to do our chickens, and we'll show you how the oven can do that along with other products in Press and Go.
And what is the most important of a nice chicken? Of course, a crispy skin and juicy meat inside. And for that, to achieve perfect results, we are using our special accessory, our chicken grill rack. So, and you can see here already our prepared birds stacking around it. They are actually getting now an airflow all around so that no edges around the bird is getting soggy or too soft. So it's surrounding a nice crispiness, it's nicely seasoned. And now actually like before, we are using Press and Go, so it's only one fingertip away. We are choosing now the category for our hot counter, choosing the picture of whole chicken. So now we have 2 racks of total 16 birds. So we are doing tray position number 9 and probably tray position number 6. The only thing I have to do now is, again, open the door. I'm actually using now a tripping tray so that my oven is not getting so dirty during the chicken roasting. So, and that's position number 1. And I also do a tripping tray in between both, so that the tripping chicken is actually not washing away my nice marinated chicken underneath. So also here, oops. Perfect. So in total, we have now 16 birds. The only thing I have to do is now close the door. I don't have to think about, do I need crisp and tasty or anything? Here in Press and Go, we are using combi steam automatically in the profile of Press and Go. And combi steam will allow us to cook the chicken actually faster, and also, like the shelf life with the bread rolls, it keeps the product longer fresh for our customers.
And the other fantastic thing about Press and Go is you can see what's actually being cooked. As Andy said, he's got tray position 5 there, but you can see there's space available to add more products throughout the day. So again, I've still got some spare capacity.
This much more space, Paul.
I've got more spare capacity to obviously load other products in. So again, while the chicken is cooking, I can maybe add some other items. So in this instance, we're going to look at putting a tray of lasagna, again, with our hot counter.
Good point.
So again, very simply, let me just go to the plus symbol. As you can see, there is my lasagna button. Select the tray position, okay, and then it's now asking me to load. So I simply, again, open the door, take my tray into my free position. Thank you, Andy. And again, off goes the timer, showing you how long it's going to take to cook. So again, we're using the oven to its maximum capability to give us a large amount of food and volume of food, and again, all within 51.5 centimeters wide. So that was Press and Go, our automatic cooking function that Andy explained about the compensation, finger touch button, everything is in control. Also within your environment, whether you're a single operator or chain business, we have our unique open cloud-based platform, Kitchen Connect. So again, I can have the oven connected remotely to the cloud or Wi-Fi so that I can monitor everything that's cooking inside that oven. So whether it's the number of birds I'm cooking per day, or I need any HACCP information, recipe, or just the status of the ovens from a service perspective, Kitchen Connect is the one-stop platform for the Mini. So we're going to let our chickens cook, and then when we come back, we'll move on to our next topic in Press and Go. So again, as you can see, with our Press and Go system, it's telling me that the food is now done. So let's have a look inside and look at our products.
Oh, wow.
So, woohoo! That looks quite nice in there. Oh wow, look at this, Andy. So, first of all, we did our lasagna. Again, look at the beautiful gratination on the lasagna.
And really important, it's not overcooked. So the cheese fat inside is not split. So it's not greasy on top, and the cheese is just super, super soft. So we got these cheese strings, fantastic.
Brilliant, so there's our lasagna done, which we'll put in our hot plates. Now, let's have a look at the all-important chicken. So, let's take this rack out. And again, automatically I can see this lovely, beautiful color on our birds.
I think to make it more, yeah, turn it so that everybody can see it.
There we
Beautiful.
go. So Andy, let me just give you one so we can cut inside. So again, beautiful coloration all the way around, nice crispy skin.
Yeah, so here what we mentioned before, that's the important part. So on our accessory, the chicken has a distance, the hot air, the convection air can go through. Crisp and tasty helps us to make a nice crisp. But before we worked, so anyway, in press and go, we don't control, or we don't have to think about. So the profile actually was cooking in combi steam to make it soft, juicy, and cook it really, really fast. And in the final stage, press and go activated, crisp and tasty to make the browning and crispiness. That gives us this beautiful result. Beside the look outside, we also have to look obviously inside.
So again, we did 8 birds per rack, so
Yep.
2 racks, that's 16 whole birds, as well as a 1x1 GN. So again, fantastic moisture coming off that chicken.
Actually, I mean, why we are not taking a little bit of the chicken breast and we just have a look inside. Wow, it's super hot, super tasty. Now, look at this. It's pure of moisture. It's even dripping. Look at this. So it's not overcooked at all. It's just perfect. And that's also the same with the bread rolls now. It helps us to extend the shelf life. So when we place our chicken, what we produced now in quite a bulk production, we place the chicken on our hot holding and it will stay much, much longer, moist and juicy. That allows us to serve also here our customers much nicer quality. So I think next we are doing the schnitzel.
Yes, so again, we'll look at crisp and tasty, and then we'll talk about how we're going to use our special accessories to do frying and pan frying. So crisp and tasty is another great feature part of our climate management function. And again, what we're going to do with crisp and tasty is going to use a high temperature. It's going to dehumidify the cooking chamber to allow a nice crisp coating on products just like this. So here we have our potato wedges and our schnitzel. And the beauty of using the 1010 Mini and these special accessories is you're going to get an authentic finish, just like if you were using a fryer or even with the schnitzel, a pan. And again, we're using some specialized accessories. So again, our crisp and tasty basket is going to allow the air to go all the way around our product, giving a nice crisp finish. And again, our roasting tray, it has a nice little grill here to capture all the fat, but it's going to show us an authentic finish just like you would in a pan. So again, we're going to be using our crisp and tasty function again in our 1010 oven. We're not going to use just 2 trays. I think, Andy, we've got a bit more food.
Yep, of course, Paul. We want to use the 1010 Mini again to a fully load. So in total, I prepared for you 6 trays of schnitzel and 4 baskets of potato wedges.
And again, if you can remember how we were doing this, we're going to use press and go again because we want it to be nice and easy in our convenience store. So again, I'm going to go to my press and go menu. So here's my hot counter category. So I select my category and then I can see my schnitzel and my wedges. So Andy, we said we had how many trays?
6 trays.
6 trays. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I'm going to scroll down to my other trays of wedges, which I have 4. And again, I go to my plus symbol. There are my wedges. And then I can scroll down and add another 4 trays of wedges.
Fantastic.
So oven, 10 shelves, ready to load. So I'll start with the schnitzel.
I give you the rest. There you are. So the beauty is really that this high capacity allows us to do on this small little footprint such a high quantity. And I mean, it's sold out immediately.
Again, this volume we're doing in 51.5 centimeters wide.
So, and
then our final tray.
no, final tray. I got a final tray for you.
Fantastic, thank you, Andy. So my oven is fully loaded. Close the door.
That's it.
And as you can see now, my timer bars start to count down. So in 14 minutes, we'll have everything done and under control. So we've finished our grilling in our 1010 Mini. So again, we've done our schnitzels, we've got our potato wedges. So I'm just going to take the last tray out. And as you can see, Andy, real authentic bubbling on top there like you would in a frying pan.
Me as a German have to say, this looks perfect.
And again, on the bottom side as well, lovely brown color, obviously thanks to our crisp and tasty. And also, because of our trays, and again, it's captured all the fat along there. So, Andy, we did 44
and
schnitzels and 5 kilos of wedges in one cooking profile. So let's make a sandwich. Let me give you this lovely schnitzel, please. And again, we did our baked rolls there, which we did previously.
so beautiful, typical German dish to go.
There you go.
Look This breading is just perfect. So here we see that actually it separates from the meat. So it's outside, it's crispy but fluffy, and inside the meat, thanks to our crisp and tasty, is not overcooked.
And again, we're using the correct accessories, we're using the right feature within the oven in terms of our crisp and tasty to give you a real authentic product.
Beautiful. So this one goes into holding.
And our wedges.
Let's bring it in.
Okay, now as you can see, look at the amount of food we have now cooked in our Convotherm 1010 Mini. We started off with our bread rolls in the morning. So we cooked 84 bread rolls. We then gone to our wedges, our half chickens, and then schnitzels, and obviously our lasagna here. So again, the 1010 Mini gives you all that volume and flexibility, all within 51.5 centimeters wide. Now, the beauty is, like press and go, cleaning is also very easy, Andy.
Yeah, actually, the beauty is, like we done in the cooking with one fingertip, fully automatic, everything safe and under control, we got exactly the same for our cleaning. With our new Mini, we have now, like all other units in the Convotherm family, a fully equipped, a fully automatic cleaning system. The beauty here is you can adjust the cleaning in 3 different levels, depending how many chicken, for example, you roast during the day. So as well, on top of that, you can give to the cleaning or to each individual cleaning an extra boost of chemical, or like here in our front counter where a lot of customers see our equipment, you can also add an extra boost of shininess to let the unit always looks bright and shiny inside. The only thing now what I have to do is to press start. I'm not getting in contact with any aggressive chemical, so I don't need to wear protecting gear, goggles or gloves. The unit is self-dispensing the detergent, and actually when I press start, the unit guides me through the cleaning process and I'm actually free to go home.
And again, another great feature as part of our cleaning management system is our favorites. Now, Andy, what can we do with our favorites?
Actually, with the favorites, it's an essential need to have the favorites selected. Only this will show up in press and go, so it's important. Let's go to our little star, and as you can see, it's empty. The beauty here is when we are defined with a lot of outlets of our convenience store, a lot of different stuff working in there, we don't waste energy in the way of water, chemical, and so on. So we can define a specific cleaning program by ourselves. So we just tap the plus, choose the cleaning level, for example, medium. We don't need an extra boost. We are not doing that much of cooking. We give it a tick, call it, for example, daily, for daily cleaning.
Yep.
Confirm this, choose a picture, and there we are. So now, with our own written favorite cleaning profile, we have the perfect balance between consuming water, energy, and so on.
So we're just using the cleaning profile that we know we're going to get the most out of. But it gets even better than that, Andy. Tell me about the scheduler.
So with the cleaning scheduler, we are actually able to guarantee that the equipment is cleaned on a daily basis, wherever it's located all around the globe. The beauty here is that when we tap our own written favorite profile, I see here a little clock with a calendar, and now I can choose a specific day. Let's choose every single day. And now we can actually choose a starting time when the operator in the store should get a reminder for cleaning the unit. So let's say our store closes by 10 p.m. All right,
good.
10 p.m. No, 11 p.m. we are closing. So by 10 p.m. we want to have the reminder. By 11 p.m. we want to have the cleaning start. And we don't want to annoy our operator so much, so we give them a 20 minutes reminder gap. I just have to activate it. And now what it means, by 10 p.m. now, the oven will remind the operator here in the front counter by an acoustic signal, and the window pops up. Do you want to clean the oven? Yes or no? In this 1 hour time gap, he can choose always between yes and no. After this 1 hour, the unit will not allow to do any more cooking and will actually force the operator to clean the equipment. 2 main reasons. What is the benefit of it? First of all, it's food safety, to know that the oven is washed and cleaned every day. The other thing is maintenance, so that the unit have a longer lifetime.
Fantastic. So to wrap up, obviously we discussed all the different cooking options within the 1010 Mini in a really compact space. So we looked at crisp and tasty, we looked at our baking with Bake Pro. So again, a fantastic solution to any convenience store in a small footprint, easy to clean, easy to use. So it's thank you from me, it's thank you from Andy. Should you need any more information, please go to www.convotherm.com for more information on the latest member to the Convotherm family.
Bye.